Thank God it is Monday. Mondays are always a phenomenal day. Here's why Monday is phenomenal, because this is the first day most people decide that it's time to work again. Like, it's phenomenal. It's like you got to shake off the rust again, just to get started. And so I want to welcome you to today's Enlightenment cast. I'm having some connection issues. I'm trying to figure out if I can make sure that my connection issues don't cut me off, but all right, I think we're back. So I want to welcome you again to today's Enlightenment broadcast. I'm Jay Moore, your healthy accountant, helping you to account for your life. Today, what are we talking about? We are talking about, and we're continuing our conversation about money and finances. We're taking a deep dive into money this year, because I believe that this is an area that you, me, and anybody who wants to really understand true wealth and value, this is where you can get almost like, get back on track so that you don't put money in the wrong place. So today what we're talking about is where money should go first. Where should it go first? But before we kind of tackle where it's got to go, let's think about, how did you get it? So in order to understand where it should go first, you got to understand, well, how did I get this money? Where did it come from? Did it just drop down out of the sky like fairy dust? Or, did you get your job because, you was just a good person? Or did you get your job because, you were blessed in some form? Most of the time, it's a blessing to get a job. Most of the time, it's a blessing to get a new client. It's always a blessing. When you get someone to call you and say, you know what, I want to give you money. I want to give you some money. Why do you want to give me money? Because I want you to help me with something. That's in essence what happens in business. Now, when you have basically a regular job, when you get hired, they say, I want to give you money. Why do they want to give you money? Because you know what? You have something that can fulfill a need for us. So we're going to give you money every week, every other week, every month, whatever it is. So you should say to yourself, well, man, who was thinking about me that allowed me to get this opportunity? So the first thing we got to do is figure out, well, who that person is. Now, when I was young, many years ago, I remember my mom, we go to church, and, the first thing they say is, son, when you get your money, you got to give 10% to God. And they would say, you got to pay tithe, return tithe, whatever that is. Do you understand what tithe is? Tithe is sacred. It's like if I gave you $10,000. If I gave you $10,000, what would you do for me? What would you do for me? It's kind of like a client of mine. I've been making it a new practice, and so I say new because I didn't always do it. If someone refers someone to me, I give them something for referring a client to me. It's kind of like if someone refers and they pay me $2,000-$3,000. You know what? Here's a couple $100. Here's $250. Here's, some cases, I think there was a case I did $500. Because they did not have to send that to me. And because I gave them something, and then I gave him something. I gave him his 10. I gave that person something because they thought of me. See, anytime you get something, that means that someone had your interest in mind and not their own. But a lot of times we're trying to figure, well, why don't I have enough money? Have you been in a situation where you got your bills, right? Your mortgage is due, your rent is due, your lights are, the lights are about to get cut off, or, you're just in a bad place and you just spend it all. You just send all of it. They call that eating all of your seeds. If you eat all your seeds, you won't have any seeds to grow. I'm going to say that again. If you eat all your seed, you won't have any seed to grow. Nothing's going to grow out of your mortgage. Nothing's going to grow out of your light bill or your gas bill, or nothing's going to grow out of your car note. Nothing's going to grow out of your grocery bill. Nothing's going to grow if you don't put the seed somewhere where it can grow. I believe that most congregations are having trouble because a lot of the members are not planting their seeds. But here's the thing about tithing. Here's the thing about tithing. It's 10%, right? Here's the thing about tithing. Have you ever tithed and not been happy? See, I was thinking about this, and then I thought back to just recently sitting in church. I'm like, how do people look? Or what's the mindset or the process happening during the period of tithes and offering? And just this past weekend, I'm thinking about what were the people doing? Were they happy? Did people just kind of look like, oh, it's that time again? Was it an exciting time? Think about this. If God, if God was there, if God was there and God was standing up front, and everybody had to come in with their first fruit, with their increase, are you going to come in upset that you got to actually give this to him? Or are you going to come in like, oh, thank you. I'm so happy that you gave this to me. I'm so happy. I can't believe you thought of me. And all I have to give you is 10%. I will give this to you. I will be faithful to you for the rest of my life. But when we're having financial difficulties, we have to look at the attitude that we have towards giving. The attitude is everything. See, because if you're doing it begrudgingly because you're just like, oh man, I gotta get 10%, man, shoot, then you missed it. And God sees that. So if you want to get your finances back on track, if you want to have a total business and personal financial makeover, if you want something like that, you've got to first understand where your money should go. Like, where should it go first? I get 10, where do I send the first 10%? If you can get this right, if we can get this right, your finances will start to change. Meaning, I'm not telling you you're going to have a lot more money. What I'm saying is that all of a sudden it will seem like, oh, I'm able to meet all of my obligations. Not having the same money problems that I used to have. See, because if you're having money problems, then it's possible that you're eating all your seeds. But why don't you change? Why don't you decide that, you know what, it's not about, oh, I don't trust this organization. It's not about that. You need to find some place where you do trust where the tithe is going. What is tithe for? I'm going to tell you what tithe is for, and then I'm going to close out. Tithe is for the people that are spiritually helping this group of people, right? That could be a pastor, it could be priest, it could be, that leadership team, right? Who else is it for? It's for the fatherless, it's for the widows, it's for the brokenhearted, it's for people that need help. That's where tithe goes, should go. Now, they also talk about this offering. Where should offerings go to support the rest of the ministry, the rest of the obligations? But tithe specifically goes to the hands of people. And if the tithe is not going to people, then there's a misuse. And then that means that the blessing that should come as a result of this tithe is not being achieved. Man, I'm telling you, it's deep. So look, choose to send your money in the right direction when you first get it. keep it wholly separated from all your other funds, so that when it's time to return it, you have it and you never feel like you're losing it. So that's where your money should go. Look, if you want total business and financial makeover, it starts with this. If you need any help with that, you can always reach out. Don't forget, go to thehealthyaccountant.com. It's not going to talk to you specifically about finances, but what it is going to talk to you about is changes that you can start making so that you can grow your business, help your personal finances, and move you in the direction that you would like to go. All right, guys, I appreciate you for joining me today for this Enlightenment broadcast. I'm Jay Moore, your healthy accountant. And tomorrow, what are we talking about? Now, we're going to talk about what you should get, right? So we just talked about where it first should go. Then we're going to talk about what you should get. All right. So I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. God bless. Take care.